everybody. November 21st, 2024. Roll call, please.
All right. Ron Knuff.
Present.
Kenneth Hall.
Present.
Bonnie Almond.
Here.
Trevor Stone.
Here.
Ron Glassick.
Present.
Judy Haldeman.
Here.
Jason Donahue.
Present.
Judy Kutzler is absent. Mayor Anthony Pristash, or Tony Pristash.
Present.
And Mason Smolny.
Present.
Can I have a motion to approve the minutes for the Public Works meeting held on October 3rd, 2024, and the regular public meeting held on October 16th, 2024?
Make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Oh, a second.
All in favor? Wait, I have a
There does
question.
need to be an amendment on the meeting October 16th. Exactly what page is it on?
Correction of an approval.
Yeah, on approval in regards to item,
Parking.
yeah, with the parking.
Page 130.
Page 130.
Consider request of resident at 334 Howardtown Road, Northampton.
Yes, it states that it was approved and it was not approved.
So do I have a,
I make that motion as corrected.
okay, is there an amendment to that first approval?
Yes. Yeah, amendment to the,
First approval, a first motion, would be,
A motion, yeah.
yeah, first motion. Do I have a second then?
Second.
To amend it, second by Judy Haldeman. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes approve it. Have it. I need to ask for questions, but it was already answered. Okay, we would like to hear persons of present. Any people step forward to the microphone and ask for information, talk? Nobody? Last chance. We're not gonna ask you now again. All right. Nobody? Okay. President's report. I will pass that on to just my comments at the end, so I don't have any president's report filling in for the president. Mayor's report.
All right, thank you. It's been a busy week here in the Borough of Northampton, starting with the Veterans Day weekend. I was honored to be invited to speak at 5 different Veterans Day events, starting Saturday at our Memorial Park, which was well attended by over 100 people. There were 34 gentlemen there, including our own Leroy Brobst, who received special accommodation pins for their service in Vietnam. Very well attended. Then we go to Monday, Veterans Day, and Sunday, the Historic Society had a wonderful presentation with patriotic music at the senior high. Very well attended, and they read off the names of the rosters from both the Revolutionary War and the Civil War. So over 500 Northampton residents who fought in both those wars were recognized at that event. So, and then Monday, of course, Veterans Day, Sacred Heart, and a few other small places. But if anybody wonders about the patriotism in Northampton, it is alive and well on so many levels. It was great to see many of the veterans, to thank them personally. I notice year after year we have fewer World War II veterans, and it's sad, but their stories still resonate for their courage, valor, and dedication to our country and to the borough. So it was a really well done weekend for veterans. Then we jumped to Sunday, where Hollywood again came to Northampton. Thank you, Daniel Roebuck, your cast and crew of St. Nick of Bethlehem. There were 2 world premiere showings of his movie. Both sold out at the Roxy, 425 people at both movies. The Christmas spirit was everywhere. We had a reindeer come there and pass that idea onto our committee for next year, so we have an in for a live reindeer, which is always entertaining. But Dan did it again. He brought all this hubbub and all the Hollywoodness of the movie, the cast, the crew, and really appreciates Northampton and all that we do to help him out. The Alliance Fire Company was well represented, and it's just a good movie. I'm sorry I'm like kind of tongue-tied here, but I have so many things I want to say about the movie. It's going to be at the Roxy from the 22nd on. Dan, I understand, will be there. Santa Claus will be there on Thanksgiving night. Should you want to get rid of your family and go see a movie, hit it there and enjoy it. It's a well-done movie, and we still have one in the pocket with the Hail Mary, which was filmed 2 summers ago, as you know. So we'll look forward to that in the near future also. And last but not least, I understand we have considering hiring 2 police officers. I highly recommend the board go through with that and add to our fine police force. This town is growing, as you know, and we certainly can use the manpower and the great experience that we can get from these 2 gentlemen. So, and that's all I have. Thank you, President. Acting president. Well, president's president,
clear?
you know.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you for the nice, congratulations for the veterans of Northampton and all the support.
Thank you.
Okay, solicitor report.
I have nothing to report this evening.
Did he pay you because the Steelers are on?
We're trying to set a record.
Reports from committees. We're gonna start with the administration. Mr. Hall?
Okay, there were 80 live stream views on November 7th council meeting. The 2025 budget will be presented to council at the December 5th council meeting. End of report.
Thank you. Building, land, and recreation. Ms. Holdeman?
Thank you.
I don't have listed who these are, so.
The Borough of Northampton will be hosting an
Bless you.
Thank you. We'll be hosting an electronic recycling event on Saturday, November 23rd in the community center parking lot from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. The route will be the same as past shredding events, having all vehicles enter using Panny Drive and exit next to the library onto Lawbuck Avenue. All payments must be made by cash or check only. On Sunday, December 1st, the Borough will host their annual tree lighting event beginning at 5:30 p.m. The event will be held in the Recreation Center parking lot located at 1 Lurch Miller Drive. This will include performances by Good Shepherd Catholic School and the Pennsylvania Classical Ballet Academy. Please note, Santa's mailbox has been relocated next to the Christmas tree in the Recreation Center parking lot. Enclosed in your packet is a letter from Joseph Sensitz thanking our Public Works Department for installing a memorial bench in memory of Sonia Zaharchik Sensitz. Thank you, and report.
Thank you. Code and police, believe Ms. Holman? No?
No, that's Trevor.
Mr. Stone, sorry about
You can
that.
do it if you want.
Go with the flow and
Just everybody
read
one
it,
at a
okay?
time.
Go
All
ahead.
right.
Sorry, Mr. Stone.
Yes, thank you. We received the zoning reports for permits and inspections completed for October. Thank you, Jerry. We also received the code enforcement reports for October. 13 concerns, 8 of which are closed, leaving 5 still in progress. We also received the Northampton Borough Police Department report for October. We had 523 dispatches, 128 incident reports filed, and 15 accident investigations completed. End of report.
Thank you, Mr. Stone. Fire and health, I'll take another guess, Ms. Holman?
Thank you.
All right.
Northampton County Council issued a county-wide burn ban for 30 days beginning on November 10th. On behalf of the fire department, they would like to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. They also would like to remind everyone to practice fire safety when preparing your holiday meals. The Board of Health will be having their next meeting on Tuesday, November 26th at 7 p.m. End of report.
Thank you, Ms. Holman. Public Works, Mr. Donahue, would you read that, please?
Certainly. The work has been completed at the 21st Pump Station on Monday, November 18th. The Public Works Department has begun decorating for the holiday season. End of report.
Okay. Any unfinished business? Take that as a no. New business? Considering, are you gonna read that or should I?
You read the
Okay.
report, then I read it.
Considering hiring 2 new police officers,
With the completion of the civil service testing and final certification of 2 candidates, the Chief of Police respectfully requests hiring both candidates, Mark Sortino and Matthew Youngbear. Per previous discussions with myself and the Chief, they will both have a start date of Monday, January 6th, 2025.
I need a motion to consider hiring 2 new police officers.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Donahue,
Second.
second by Mr. Knopf. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Congratulations.
Okay.
2 more. And so very good.
Mr. Acting Vice President, may I swear them in?
Want to do it now?
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect. You said Mr.
Raise your right hand, please. Oath of office. I, state your name,
Mark Sortino.
being duly appointed to the office of
Northampton Police.
in and for Northampton Borough,
In and for Northampton Borough.
Northampton County, Pennsylvania,
Northampton County, Pennsylvania.
do solemnly swear or affirm
Do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey,
obey,
and defend
and defend
the Constitution of the United States of America
the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution and laws
and the Constitution and laws
of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
that I will,
that I will,
during the term of my office,
during the term of my office,
perform the duties of said office
perform the duties of said office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome, both of you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Stay safe, gentlemen. So they just want to remind you, starting to adjourn?
Yeah, just as our schedule for next year.
Second item is considering covering the parking meters.
In the past, the borough has placed bags over the parking meters for the month of December. In honor of the holiday season, we are looking to reinstate this policy. This would be effective from Monday, December 2nd through Thursday, January 2nd, 2025.
Do I have a motion to accept the covering of the parking meters?
I make a motion to cover the parking meters during the holiday season.
We have a motion by Ms. Almond. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Knopf. Questions? No questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Okay, thank you. You got that?
Yep.
Consider selection of energy contract.
All right, APPI is the energy company who was selected by PSAB's energy program to shop for the best rates for the next energy contract, which is starting January 1st. The winning bid for the contract was CNE for a 36-month contract at 7.63 kilowatt hours per kilowatt hour. Council needs to approve this in order to move forward with the new contract.
Do we have a motion to accept the CNE, is it? CNE proposal?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Stone. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Haldeman. Questions? Question.
Yep.
Does it have to be 36 months, or do we have other options?
You have 24 months or 36 months.
Is it the same rate?
A little lower for 24, but with the way the energy market is, there's no guarantee that you're gonna get that next year for, I think it's like 7.2 or 7.3
It is a good rate.
for 2 years. If anyone's wondering, right now we pay at about 5.2. So it will go up, it's about 2.431 overall increase. If you want to know basically what that'll be, if you look at, say, our street lighting, it's roughly about $470 difference per month.
Okay.
So it is a pretty substantial. If you go with the shorter rate, yes, you will have a shorter one for 2, but if it peaks again, like, we were very lucky with our contract because in between those 3 years we were in, the middle spiked drastically. So if this was like a year ago, we would be paying probably 9 or more.
Yeah.
So we're at, I mean, it's gonna go up, but
And I can validate that because sitting on the Northampton Borough Municipal Authority, we just actually locked in for a longer time with a higher rate, so that's a very good one that we did get.
And so jumping on that, if I may just ask, CNE, is that like, who is that? 'Cause
it's
sometimes-
Constellation, I believe. So right now we use Freepoint. It's just whoever they came in as the lowest bidder.
My concern just lies in the fact of, are the companies going to stay in existence? That's what happened in the past. There's some that have folded, and then you lose
Oh,
that contract, and you're having to jump into a crazy
Right.
rate. So I was just wondering on the, kind of the solidness behind CNE, for lack of
Now,
a better word.
These are technically fixed with capacity that passes through. So essentially what that means, the base rate is locked, but during the peak seasons, it allows for fluctuation.
Okay.
If we went with just a fixed rate, you're looking at, I think, 8.6. So
And
it's-
PSAB kind of does a
they do
little
the
bit of
bidding.
the background
Yeah.
work.
So APPI, which I think was bought by Environ, so but they still give us an APPI PI representative, since it's still a company. They were the ones that go out, they're selected by PSAV to do the bidding, or to go out to do the bidding, I should say.
Do I have a motion to accept it, or did I do that already?
You
Yep.
did
You
motion,
got that,
you
okay.
were the question.
That was the last question, so all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it for CNE. Thank you. Reports from council members. Are we already down here? You're gonna owe me $5, Mayor.
It's the best $5 I've spent this week.
We're gonna start over with Mr. Hall.
Just wanna wish everybody, officers are gone, I gotta congratulate them, but, chief in their stead, give their congratulations. Is everybody happy Thanksgiving season, and that's all I have. Good report.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Stone.
Yes, thank you. I was expecting a full house tonight. Apparently that did not happen. I just want to congratulate again, Officer Mark Sortino and Matthew, was it Jungbear or Jungbauer?
Young
Young Bear.
Jungbear?
Young.
Congratulations to
Young.
them. Again, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. End of report.
Thank you, but we're also talking to almost 80 live streaming people. So
Yeah, I was expecting a full house though, with all the hubbub about the tree lighting ceremony. I wasn't really gonna
That's
get
true
into it
too,
too
I was
much.
anticipating.
They were all saying we're gonna fill the room, so I was fully expecting them to. You know,
That's the
the
second
rain.
time I heard the word hubbub.
Hubbub.
You gotta
I-
figure
you
what
know
that
what?
is.
That's it,
How do you
that's
write
it.
that down there?
H-U-B-B-U-B?
That could be the word of the night, hubbub. So.
All right.
That's it?
We did have that-
For anyone entertaining at home.
We did have that last year,
It's on the bingo card.
word of the month, or the word of the meeting. Miss Hall them in.
That's all.
I'm gonna answer anything. Hey, you were.
Really going down the tubes right now.
I too wanted to congratulate Mark and Matthew. I'm not even tackling those last names, but again, they must be out and about. All right, probably the chief's put him to work if we know him. I too wanted to comment a little bit and take that a little further, that people in the community are distressed about the tree lighting, and I want people to realize we're sitting at a table of concrete kids and people who care about the community a great deal, and there's a lot of thought that goes into decisions like that, and we have a small fire police committee who show up for everything and would have to close down Main Street versus just spending time now keeping us safe on Merchant Drive, which has less activity. It is going to be a nicer venue, and the thought for the future of added activities is just going to be more beneficial, and I think more delightful for the children. And we've had a difficulty in the past year since I've been on council trying to find trees, so this was not a deliberate attack on concrete kid tradition at all by our new borough manager. It was actually a conversation that Mr. Brooks brought up in years past when he couldn't find a tree, and we contemplated this tree at the rec center. So I just want to assure people that whether they want to believe it or not, we do care about this community, and we are concrete kids here, and we want those traditions to continue, and they will continue well at the rec center location for now. So hopefully people will show up and give it an opportunity, and we will all have a lovely time kicking off the holiday season. So that was my little tirade for this.
There's nothing wrong with starting a new tradition.
New tradition, there you go. And we welcome people to become concrete kids and be there and enjoy it. You don't have to have lived here forever, and keep that open mind. So there you go. But I did have a question, if I may, about the 21st Street pumping station. If
Yes.
we'll be getting, at some point in the future, kind of an idea of how much that costs, what the next steps in the engineering plan
Right.
is for the continued sewer
You
update.
stole my thunder.
Oh, I'm
but that's
sorry.
fine. No.
Well, then I'm gonna shut up.
No, so roughly as of right now, I'm gonna talk to Tom Duffy tomorrow to see if there's any more bills that we should be expecting.
Okay.
I think right now the project cost about 426. It was anticipated 666,000. So right now under, but we haven't had a bill in a couple weeks.
Okay.
So I'm anticipating something.
More coming.
So will it go under 666? I'm anticipating yes, I'm hopeful. The next plan is the Stewart Street pump station.
Okay.
which is projected at about 600.
And so, you know, again, I think it's to our benefit in some ways that the process is going on and is extended over a period of years, and, you know, we're trying to pay some of it as we go along, but as you can hear these numbers, it's gonna be quite a costly project and also very time consuming. So I think that, again, I hope that maybe in the new year, we might even, maybe our committee or all of council can get an update from the engineers of really continuing to lay out that plan and where we're at, and continue to project costs out to us so that we are aware of how things are going. And then lastly, I just want to again thank our Public Works Department. You know, those guys are out there decorating already for the holidays and doing a fine job, and you know, now they'll be putting lights on the tree if they didn't already, and so thank you to them. Again, they always do it with a smile, and we appreciate that. Thank you. That's the end of mine.
Thank you, and very
And there
well
will be decorations yet. I think.
spoke about the tree lighting. Thank you for that.
Sure.
Mayor, do you have any other?
I just want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. We have a lot to be thankful for. Just take a minute and remember that. And to the Councilwoman's point, we will still have a display at the Triangle, very nice one, but still, we move on, as you often say. So, thank you.
Games at home this year.
Games at home this year.
So you cover that.
Solicitor, you have anything?
I have nothing other than to wish everybody a safe and happy Thanksgiving, and I have your tree lighting on my calendar, should I get back in town in time for it.
Ms. Almond?
I just wanted to welcome Mark and Matthew to the police department. Unfortunately, they didn't stay around long enough for everybody to do that. Okay. And I also want to wish everyone and their families a safe and happy Thanksgiving. That's it.
That's it. Mr. Donahue?
I'm gonna echo everybody else's thing, have a happy and safe Thanksgiving, and congratulations to Mark and Matthew. Look forward to working with them. End of my report.
All right. All right, Mason, you look really good up here, so why don't you, you're filling in that spot very good, in fact.
I just want to congratulate our 2 new officers, as well as thank Public Works for their hard work decorating the tree, as well as the rec center parking lot, and I want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving.
Okay. Mr. Knopf?
Yes, congratulations to Mark and Matthew for joining the force. And I also like to let Barb Miller of Bob's Flower Shop and her crew for their Xmas Christmas display at the Triangle at Main and Laubach. Very nicely done. And also to all borough residents, with the holidays approaching, let's all be safe with our lighting decorations, and please check all your smoke alarms. And wishing everyone a happy Thanksgiving. End the report.
All right, thank you. I'll make up for everybody's else, because I had 3 pages of notes, and that's no lie, because I was down at Public Works this morning, so there is some notes here, so just bear with me. But we will start with the congratulations to Mark Sorrentine and Matthew Youngbear. I even wrote their names down so I could get them. I wish they would come inside so they've seen that we said it, but that's all right. Congratulations to them, and be safe. Again, Mayor, thank you for the Veterans Day support, and great to see Northampton being so supportive of our veterans. A couple things. Again, a big shout out, as a lot of you talked about our Public Works, but I sat with Rich Ackerman and Andrew Marsden today, and if you ever get a chance, over the years we collected many items, from shopping carts, from cars, from broken down tractors in the back of our Public Work building, and it was a request of mine for the last couple of months, and it's beautifully cleaned up. You can see through the woods and everything. It's just, they really did a great job cleaning it up. It just shows their dedication and their work ethic to get behind there. So if you get a chance, just drive by, but I think it is outstanding and shows what we represent at our Public Works. On a status of our cameras I'm asking about, which I think I got the answer, we have now cameras at our 26th Street Playground, Canal Street, and the Van Shell, if I'm incorrect?
Yep, correct.
And we're working on the 4th Street.
Yep, early next week.
Okay. On a really impressive note, well, I'll stop there a second, and here are the 2 officers that are here. We all congratulated you, both Mark Sorrentino and Matthew Youngbear. So thank you again for your services, and welcome to Northampton.
Thank you.
So be safe. So back to our report. This is a huge note here. We have a new sweeper coming. a new sweeper that's gonna be in the budget. There's going two different types that we're looking at, but for our old sweeper, if you ever seen it go by, I think there's more smoke coming out of it than anything else. And we got a $35,000 trade-in value for it.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know if it was done in that pawn shop or something, but we'll take it, 35,000. So thank you for the hard work for, again, looking for rates and looking for those things, so great job to our management staff. I want to thank the Northampton Area School District, because when I was in the garage today, they have the Northampton School District bucket truck there, because ours is being worked on, and we're using that to decorate, to put up the decorations and do things, so thank you to the school district for allowing us to use your bucket truck. It's just an example of our community working together. Last month, we helped Catasauqua with some blacktop projects. There's a question on the budget, which I'll get to a little bit later, for $20,000, which is always a pet peeve of mine, but we're gonna be getting 17,000 of that,
Yeah.
roughly.
Yeah, it's probably closer to 18 than it is 17.
That's even better yet. So we're gonna get $18,000 back from Catasauqua for that $20,000 bill for blacktopping and helping them. But again, showing community support, which is always great. Page 2. I wasn't lying about it. Thank you.
Hey, kickoff's at 8:20, just to let you know.
Well, you got time.
I still have my $5 bet from him, so I'll get us out before that. There's some welcoming signs in our Northampton municipality from 4th Street or Howardtown Road, Cherryville Road, 329 and Bridge, and the bridge coming across from Whitehall or Stiles or Laurie Station, whatever, what is that area? Cement. But we need to get some new welcoming signs to Northampton. Maybe that has to be something like we focus on in the new year to really get nice, good Northampton concrete kid signs. So another thing is wires and trees on the road going down Howardtown Road by the 8th Street Bridge. There is a tree literally hanging over the top of that road that I think if we do get some snow, it could snap off. And then the wires on, it's by Dykmeister's property, our new development, that street. The wire is so low, I think if an 18-wheeler comes down there, it might grab it. So somebody should look at that before it happens and take a look at that.
I think that pole's on to be replaced. That's the one that was hit.
Well, I don't know why the wires are hanging so low.
Is that the one that was hit?
I think so.
Oh, it was hit already?
Yes, it's on the list.
Somebody beat me to it. But please take a look at that, and it's the Howardtown Road by the house aside there. It's right before the bridge you cross over. Literally the tree is hanging out over the road pretty bad. I don't know who this goes to, but the lights on the Copley Bridge, if you know, we just had that Copley Bridge about 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and there's already 4 lights out that are burned out on it, but I do believe that's part of the county. If that's correct? That's what I was told.
Yeah.
So they have to maybe get a call. We're looking for new town maps. Our Public Works building had a map there that has probably a lot of things that are outdated. I'm sure the police chief could say there could be new maps. So we're looking at some new maps for some of our buildings, just to say that when we look at a map, you can say, okay, that's the new development, because right now it just looks like a field. And we're looking for some lights at the community center, because I know Ms. Allman brought this up about last meeting?
Yes.
You talked about after the voting.
Yes.
I guess there's some lights, according to Mr. Ackerman, on top of the building that have to just be rewired or rehooked up. Jerry, would you know anything about
Yeah, I
that?
believe they're gonna put a timer on it.
Yeah,
Fantastic. Very good. You guys are taking care of things before we even talk about it.
But that, excuse me, so the
yes.
lights were on that night. I think they are on a timer, or they went on
Maybe it was just,
solar.
maybe it needed to be
They
adjusted.
need to
the
be
timer.
adjusted because
Maybe
it
the
didn't
time changed.
light the pathway where people
Yeah, they
were
need to be-
standing.
they need to
It
be
went
moved.
like way
Yeah.
out.
Okay.
So, yeah, just
Okay.
redirect at me.
Yeah, that-
Yeah, I
Okay.
got it.
And what's the status of our operation timesheet clock, that's supposed to make it so easy for us?
They're up and running.
They said that Rich can still get in and do things. He's still doing things on a piece of note paper that I saw, or like a spreadsheet.
No, he's using the time clocks. So there's time clock down at the sewer plant and down at Public Works. They are using them. He might just I think he's making comments on like which account that they go to.
That he can't get in there. Shouldn't he be able to do that?
Yeah, they have the admin logins. They just got them this last week. They just need to get the training for them.
Okay, do we pay those people fully, or is we holding any money on them?
Oh, no, they're good. Everything's on track.
Okay.
It's not, no,
All right.
everything's good.
Okay. Page 3, you're all happy now. I just want to, again, this is all about my part for Public Works tonight. Sorry, but there's a lot of things going on. And the Public Works are also working here at the municipal building, moving offices around, working on a little bit more space for our police department. But a lot of them are working overnight. So again, you talk about the dedication, you think a lot of them you see sometimes, oh, they're 7 to 3, they're pulling out, you know, people gripe like, are they ever working later and stuff? They work a lot of overtime when they have to. They have snow time in the winter season, but they're also working overnight for a sewer problem on Main Street, I think, coming up, and also to make sure things are still running smoothly and not trying to cause havoc or hubbub, is that what the word you use? Hubbub. Using hubbub during the days of our administrative offices open. So thank you to the Public Works. They do a lot of things that they don't get recognized, as a lot of our public employees do, from the police department to the fire department. So just wanted to keep on throwing it out there to them. Again, changing the locations, as Ms. Haldeman said about our tree lighting, this is a year of change. It's been a decade of change. It's going to continue to change. But I think the majority of people are looking forward to this because there's so much more opportunity to put displays and tie in the Public Works Department, tie in the Fire Department, tie in our rec center, that people maybe come to Northampton for a tree lighting and don't even get to see that kind of stuff. So I think it's a great thing to look forward and give it a chance. And again, change is the only constant there is in life. And with that, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. The end of my report. See, it didn't take that long, did it?
12 minutes.
If I could just add on to the public.
Wait, we have somebody wants to add on. Go
To
ahead.
the Public Works credit.
Yeah.
They also take time out of their day to hand deliver the council packets, so I appreciate that.
That is very nice, but you know, looking forward, we're gonna look for change and maybe get an iPad so that we don't have to print all these kills out. And if we have iPads, it would be so much nicer for people to say you don't have to worry about printing out, you don't have to have people delivering it, we don't have to kill trees, and we can just scan through it.
You're one motion away from that.
Well, I wanna see a budget
Seriously?
I wanna see the budget get approved in December 7th before I would make a motion to.
It's still in
put
the
iPads on.
process, Mr.
I'm still hearing
President.
about the freaking lights that we put in, okay? And we're saving money on that.
There's still time. Budget hasn't been finalized.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Anybody else, any comments? Okay. This went really well.
Good job tonight, Vice President.
Yes.
Good job.
Just say vice. Just make sure you say
So
vice.
we did.
You did, okay, good, okay.
Almost there.
Thank you for that, Mr. Stone. Announcements? You have announcements?
I do.
Jerry, you want first? Well, sure. Last time I went last.
We'll switch, yeah.
I don't have much hubbub to kind of throw out there.
The word of the night.
Basically, just echoing everybody else's response about thank you. You know, looking forward to the 2 new police officers on the force. Stay safe and everything. Looking forward to the electronic event on Saturday. I'll be there to help out. I was asked to come last minute to make sure I'm available to come down and help out. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And also I'm looking forward to the tree lighting ceremony in 2 Sundays. So, that's all I have.
Okay, one thing. What time do you need supporters? And I will be there too because I requested this for many years. So I will be there whenever you
Okay.
tell me to be there.
All right.
Starts at 10,
Not
right?
so early.
Starts at,
So they
starts at 9:30, 9:45.
You're bringing the coffee and donuts, right?
I can do that. I can do that. For how many people?
Well, 3.
10,300.
3. Not for everybody that's bringing
I
it.
know.
I'm talking bringing coffee for people that are gonna be there to support. Coffee and donuts. I can do that.
All
I'm
right.
just gonna build Judy Kutzler.
I have a few things, not as long as Ron, but some.
Should.
Well, I do.
Go ahead.
First is congratulations, Mark and Matthew. We are all very excited. Brian's a very stoic man, not Brian, but he speaks very highly of the 2 of you, and I know he's excited to have you both on the force, so congratulations. Second thing, yes, this Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon is the recycling event. It is the same pathway as the shredding events that Mako's office runs, so for the most part, it should be the same path. You do need cash or check. If anyone is interested, there is no credit card to be taken. If you do have a check, they would like it pre-written too. So that way, there is a list on the website, or you can pick one up in the office, that shows you there are items that are free and some that you do have to pay. So if you are getting rid of an old box television that does have a cost depending on the size. So if you are, it would probably be beneficial to pre-plan. Other than that, we're excited. I hope we have a good amount of people to come. They will be out of here at 12 sharp. So once it hits, they said they lock up and they are gone, like a raceway. I mean, within reason. But yeah, they were very clear about that. Once noon hits, they are out. They stop, and anything that anyone wants to take has to be dropped off. Like, they literally just will leave it there. Second thing for the tree light, or third thing I should say, for the tree lighting, there'll be some new opportunities this year with things. The fire department will be supplying food. There are going to be some soft pretzels and water, and then New Journey Church will be supplying the hot chocolate like always. We did get a Polaroid camera with film, so we will be taking free photos, providing Polaroids to people. Public Works is working together, put together a sleigh that they have, kind of combining it, so to take the pictures with Santa and Mrs. Claus in the sleigh. So this is kind of just a precursor to what we're going to have next year. Someone in this room in the back corner is very excited about next year. She went out with Rich and got some decorations, so not a ton for this year, but she is very excited to start planning for next year. But it is going to be a great experience, and we're very excited to have something new, something exciting, and starting our own traditions like Councilman Stone and Haldeman said.
And she stayed within her budget.
And she did stay within her budget.
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you,
That'll
Megan.
make December 5th meeting even better yet.
So the plan still is to close down part of Lurch and Miller from Washington to Clear Springs. So that way, because the food and beverages will be over at the fire station. So that way, people will have safe access across. And then it'll be kind of the same thing in the future when we do more next year. So like they said, it's kind of just a taste of what to come, ultimately. Haldeman stole my thunder on the pump station, but it's okay. It's okay. But yes,
My apologies.
No, it's okay. So the 21st Street pump station was anticipated to be finished on Monday. It was officially online as of this morning, so everything is good to go with it. Like I said, I was talking to Tom Duffy of Gilmore, and the one at Stewart Street is next. They said it should probably start bidding in a few months, but he anticipated half to be finished in 2025, half in 2026. So figure 300,000 probably roughly incurring next year, and then 300,000 the following year, 2026. We also did hear from Gilmore in regards to the bidding for the H2O project, for the grant. We got the $2 million grant for Canal Street. We did select a company to go with. We just kind of have to work out some logistics and stuff. We can't sign anything yet, because the state and the grant administrators have to review their bid before we can sign anything. So that'll be coming up, depending on how long the state takes to review it and give it the go-ahead. So that will be probably started sometime, maybe spring, maybe summer, and that will probably take a while. So anticipate some road closures on Canal over the course of the next year and a half or so, because they have to finish by, I believe, fall of 2026. All right, and last but not least, happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy, spend time with the family. If you're traveling, please be safe.
Those pump stations, this is no pun intended, but that's a lot of, you know what?
A lot of hubbub.
Use hubbub as that word too, because, those sewer plants are gonna be a lot of that rolling downhill. So, with that being said, I have a motion from council to pay the bills
Motion made to pay the bills.
by Ms. Almond. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Knopf. Questions? Yes? The Hoff Associates grant for $1,918, is that the grant for the electronics?
No, that is the grant for recycling,
For
for
recycling?
actual recycling.
Okay.
They go out and they go for a grant for us.
And we already answered the blacktop question of $20,000, 18 of that's coming back from Kay.
Anticipate more of that on either the December meeting or the second meeting in December, because so the project started on Halloween. So that's why this bill, that's almost $18,000 is on this one. But you'll see probably $30,000, $40,000 more
Okay.
to be reimbursed.
Okay. So do I have a motion to pay the bills?
Uh,
Second? Oh, go ahead.
May I ask a question or two also,
Well-
please?
Yeah, question, go ahead.
So, Colonial Electrical Supply,
Yes.
that's a lot of money for light bulbs. What's, ceiling
Well,
fan,
it's a
bulbs?
combination of everything. So ceiling fan for the rec center,
Okay,
bulbs for around the office because we're converting things to LED lights.
okay. And, sorry, I'm doing this on my phone because
You're good.
Mr. Glassick insists we're not allowed to waste money anymore on paper. The regional compost,
Yeah, the
bill,
FERCA.
is that's to benefit us be able to utilize that
Yes.
compost center?
It's
correct?
not just for the actual us, it's for everyone in the municipality. So anyone in the borough can go
Can
take
go
stuff
there.
to FERC.
That's what I
But
meant.
I would highly recommend you check the website before, because they do have restrictions on what you can do and the time,
Okay.
because they have changed their hours
But
recently.
is that, and that's on our website that people know
Yes,
that they have access
it
to?
has a whole thing and a
Okay.
whole description, and
Okay.
it does link to their website.
Okay. And one more, I apologize, hold on a second.
I'm glad people are looking over it, it's good.
The property and liability trust.
Yes, so that was paid a couple months ago, however, MRM moved in Pittsburgh, they moved from one location to another, and the mail didn't forward.
Okay.
So we had to cancel the check and then reissue it to the new address. So that's why, so that money, it's the same one that we approved September,
Oh, okay.
but it just got canceled.
And then I didn't, I needed to identify to Mr. Glassick that he missed the sludge bill, just to know that we are.
It's low.
It's low because
It's
the
low.
water level is low.
Yes.
It's down to 14 or 13.
Go talk to Steve Urban, he is very happy.
Okay,
with the level
okay.
of-
Did you see the Fraser bill?
Really, you're stirring that
I'm not
pot?
gonna ask to see a Fraser bill. I did see it, it was low.
$10.
One.
Yeah, for ink.
That's
For
for
ink,
it.
one thing.
Hey.
So it's finally, the
We'll take it.
Fraser's not billing us every month because they.
But that's
constantly
that's
run
not
out.
it's not the monthly contract price, that's why.
We have to stir that pot. End of my
It's a
Listen,
question.
we're gonna take off the free pictures of sand and we're gonna make a donation for the playground for the Cindy Miles Foundation, because I didn't talk about that. So hopefully everybody's out there, we've had actually some good responses for the Cindy Miles Foundation. I know, solicitor, I'm sorry. Do we have, all in favor of paying the bills, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, pay the bills. But now back to the Cindy Miles.
You're still
We are gonna
under
still
it.
try to talk about these, because this playground on Fourth Street has to get going, but we had some good financial centers, or financial institutions are stepping up to give us their donations through grant money that they're gonna be putting out. I just had 2 emails from other financial institutions other than I work for. But we could definitely take donations for the Cindy Miles Playground, maybe even as a box or something like that at places. So,
So that
or
is-
start charging for the Santa pictures, I don't know.
No, they're actually.
I didn't say that to be joking, I'm just joking, we're not
Mr.
gonna charge for
Glassick.
Santa pictures.
They do have some plans moving forward in terms of opportunities for like more the local borough citizens, like a buy a brick. And I think there's a lot of hope, and you've actually spoken about it, and I've been starting to approach some organizations in town and hoping that maybe some of the restaurants, coffee shops might be interested in like maybe picking a day where there'd be, 5% of their profit or something, or even someone said to me, Judy, I put out like a little bucket by my, when people check out, and if they want to just throw in something. So I wanted to talk to Christy about that, because this is really, their show. But yes, I know I approached a local business, and I wasn't even finished telling the story, and they said absolutely have them reach out to me. So I think that we are finding that there is a lot of support out there. So hopefully this will continue to move forward, and by 2026, we should have a very nice playground in Northampton, thanks to the community and to the Cindy Miles Foundation.
Very good. And last thing is, where are we meeting at? Up there at the community center on Saturday morning?
Yes, it's in the parking lot.
So we're just gonna meet there?
Yeah, we'll meet
Okay,
there. And then
okay.
go
Yeah,
on.
I'm serious, for anybody who comes up, I'll have coffee and donuts for us.
Yeah, if anyone would like to join, we'll probably be there at 9:30, 9:45.
Could you just get coffee and donuts and leave, or is it just you have to stay?
If you would do that, they'll be on your next report on the agenda meeting. Who's left?
Just checking.
So we'll let you know if you can
Before
stop
I
in.
run out and pay for them, I could get them
Certain
for
people that are
free at the
working, the
community
police
center.
department can stop in for coffee and donuts, that's fine. That's probably part of their work call. right?
Wow, that didn't take long. Guys,
I'll be getting a ticket on the way home. But thank you, everybody. Have a happy Easter. Do I have a motion? Thanksgiving.
Skipped over Christmas.
New Year's, there's a few
All
out
right.
there.
Do I have a motion for adjournment?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Hall?
Second.
Second by Mr. Donahue. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Thank you.